Hey, what's going on, guys? Back for another episode. Today we're going to be adding a cool new product actually to the Vewlix, aka Vewlix here, by a newer company called Heartcade. It's actually a really cool thing. What we're going to be doing is actually replacing the stock kind of auxiliary panel cover thing here. I actually had some, I drilled 2 holes in mine for the home button for PS4, but we actually bought a replacement panel that's actually going to fit here that actually allows us to put in 30mm arcade style buttons, and there's going to be 3 holes for each player. So we can add home, we can add touchpad, and we can add options or share, whatever else we want to do. This way we have all the buttons that we don't have, only having the 6 here. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and unbox that product, take a look at it, and then we'll go ahead and install it into the Vewlix. Alright guys, so here is the Heartcade replacement Vewlix slash Vewlix panel that I picked up. It's pretty sure it's made out of an acrylic. Not 100% sure, but it's definitely laser cut and laser etched, but the quality, I don't know, actually looks really cool. You can kind of see here it's got the really nice Vewlix logo cut out. It's got our holes here with our panels. This actually still has the protective cover on it, so it's actually like a black flat acrylic, and we can tell that it's laser cut because it does kind of has the smell of cut plastic. It's not terrible or anything like that, it's just laser cut plastic has like a really unique smell to it, but looks like we got to push this one hole out down here. Hopefully it's cut through all the way. We can kind of pop that out. But we have our buttons here, and then the idea of this basically is once it fits onto the cab, you pop your little buttons in here like this, and we'll just push down on it, and then that will fill up each side. Each player will have the 3 buttons. So what we'll do is we're going to go ahead and try to clear this hole out real quick, and then we're going to go into the arcade / my office and remove the old one and get this one set up. Alright, so we have the panel unlocked. We'll go ahead and pull the Vewlix panel up here. And then I don't think I left this one undone from the last time we worked on it, but this will actually just lift out. We can kind of see I just have my 2 buttons in there, kind of sitting in there. So we're going to go ahead and we'll put this back down now. We're going to go ahead and pull these buttons off, because those are actually going to the brook. So I'm probably just going to cut where I had originally soldered these, and keep those in there in case I ever want to reuse those, and then we'll just attach these wires with quick disconnects to 2 of the new buttons for home, and then we can go ahead and add to the brooks down here. We can add wires in there for the touch button, and then kind of pick it up. So let me go ahead and clip these off and put some quick disconnects on those, and then we'll get to pulling out these screws and swapping out the panel. Okay, so we have the backup panel removed here, kind of sitting on my lap, but we can see here's the original panel we're going to be getting rid of. It does stick up a little bit. It's got like a unique kind of like trapezoid angle thing, but on the back here, as you can see, there's just 6 little screws that actually hold it in. So we're going to go ahead and pull those off and get that new one ready to go. Alright, so our 6 main screws are out, so we should be able to just go ahead and lift this off. And there we see we have the hole in the panel. We're going to clean all the extra dust off there, but we have the hole in the panel where that new Vewlix piece is going to fit. So we've got our piece over there. Let's go ahead and clean up the edges on that, check everything, make sure it's good, and then we're going to go ahead and size it up here. And the kit actually does come with new black hardware, so it'll kind of blend in from the top with these, so it'll actually look pretty cool. So let's get that ready to go. Alright, so this is all good actually. The edges actually look perfect. Just some of the paper had been sticking on it, but no, they look really, really good. So all I'm doing now is, you can see it's got like a protective cover on it. I'm going to try to do this with one hand. Kind of see if you can't get all of it off here without doing too much damage. And by damage meaning little straggler stuff like that where it rips, but it actually looks like it's been cut really well. This stuff's always a pain. It looks really good. And this is actually meant, all this is going to come off. You're just supposed to see the outlines of Vewlix. But we'll go ahead and clean the rest of this up and pick it back up once we're done. Alright, so we have everything cleaned off, and as you can see, it's like a flat black, but you can kind of see the laser etching here. It's beautiful. It's got the little outlines on the holes there, and it's actually 2 little lines. It's actually really, really nice detail. And down here we've got the Vewlix logo, which again, when it's on there, you're not really going to notice it a lot, but it's really, really well done. I like it a lot. And that paper came off fairly easily. It's the protective paper, but with the little ones, sometimes it's hard. But once you get like one little piece peeled up, the whole thing just comes off. So it looks really great. So now we're gonna go ahead and bolt this beast up to the metal panel down here. And here is the hardware that comes with the kit. It's some countersunk screws, and then we have some nylon washers and nylon, like I guess they're like nuts, but they're kind of long. But we're just gonna go ahead and put everything in and finger tighten it, and we'll take a look at once it's mounted. But it does come with actually all of the hardware you need. One thing I did notice is that this panel only has the outer 4 holes cut. I don't think it'll be an issue, but I'm not sure why they didn't do the middle 2. But we'll check and see and make sure it's good. I'm sure it'll be enough to hold it. I mean, you don't really use this much outside for hitting home and stuff, but we'll see if there's any sort of wiggle in there once we're done. All right, we have all 4 mounted in there, and those actually weren't normal washers. They're actually finish washers, so they're kind of concave, and then the little screws kind of fit on top. It's actually really, really nice. I like that a lot. So here you can see we've got the thing mounted on there. We got our Vewlix logo. We have our little details and everything. So now the next step will be to put our buttons in here, and then go ahead and put our quick disconnects on our other 2 wires for home, and then run those extra wires. So we'll go ahead and get our buttons in there. Alright, so these are the buttons I'm using. Normally I would use Sanwa for everything, but these are just kind of like generic ones. But since they're the home buttons and you know, touchpad and all that stuff, they don't need to be high end. Whereas normally like a Sanwa button's about $3 a piece. These are like, I think these were like $6 for 10 of them or something like that, and they're 30 millimeter, so they use the same 110, I think, quick disconnects. So these will just fit right in here. Kind of push them in. Hopefully they fit. They do. And there we go, they fit in really well. So we're gonna put our other 5 in, so we have all 6 on there, and then we'll go ahead and run our wires. All right, so now it's time to crimp these on. As you can see, I already got a player 1 on there, but just kind of show you what I always do for crimping stuff. So they were soldered on previously, but I don't want to solder those onto these. The whole idea is to use quick disconnects. So I have a bunch of the 0.110 quick disconnects, and then I also have the little plastic sheets for those. So you put these on the wire first, you then take the end of the wire here, and I think this one's already trimmed. Let's see. You kind of trim the end of the wire there. I don't know if we can see it. Basically, we're going to crimp it on using these guys here. These are a really cool tool. If I can find them on Amazon, I'll go ahead and link them. They are a bit pricey. I think they're about 30 or 40 bucks, but as you can see, they're really good. They're like Japanese. I don't know if they're JST or what they are, but they basically crimp and like fold the wires perfectly on these type of connections. So check these out if you're interested. I'm going to go ahead and finish these guys up, and then we'll pop the other player 2 cable onto that button. Alright, so we have our home buttons lined up in there. So what I'm going to do now is go ahead and pull our panel back up. Oh, a little sticky, but here we go. And now this will slide back down. Make sure none of our wires get stuck in there. They all look good there. So now the panel goes back down. And we are all set, and it's officially installed. So I will come back and add the other buttons later. For now, I'm not really going to worry about it. Right now I have a PC in here. I don't have the PlayStation, so we don't really need the touch button or anything like that. But we're going to come back and wire those up once I get some more wires to do that. But there's a product here. Let's go ahead and turn on the Vewlix. We'll open up some Street Fighter 4. Kind of just check to make sure that everything's working. Alright, so here we have Ultra Street Fighter 4 running. And as you see here, if we come over here and we hit our button that we installed, you'll see it. It'll bring up the Xbox, or I want to say Xbox. It brings up the Windows thing. So this is actually the same input as home on the PlayStation 4. So that's pretty much it, guys. It's a really cool product. I was not endorsed even a little bit. I saw this pop up on a group on Facebook, and I paid full price for this. I would 100% recommend it if you don't want to drill into your original Vewlix cover like I did. But it's actually a really cool product. I think all in all the options I got with the 6 buttons and everything, I think it was like $26 or $27 shipped. It's really solid. There's really not that much wiggle in the middle. There's a little bit, but it's really not that bad. And honestly, just you're not going to get any rattling or anything out of it with it having just those 6 buttons there. A really cool product. But one other upgrade you guys may have noticed is our panel here. I don't know if I covered this on the channel yet, but this is a reproduction Vewlix panel. And when I first got my Vewlix, or when I first started wanting a Vewlix, it was actually because of this game. It was a Street Fighter 4. I saw a black Vewlix in one of the Japanese videos online with the white sides, and I know it doesn't look red, but the red marquee there, and the red panel with the 6-button layout. And my bootleg here, my Chulix, came with a black marquee and a black panel, and it was fine. But I always wanted that look. So once I was able to find the red panel up here on eBay, I went ahead and snagged one of those, and it fits perfectly. And then down here, I actually got this from a Facebook group. I'll have to remember the name of him. I want to say it was like Atomic City or something like that. If I can find a link to his Facebook group, again, I'll pop it down in the bottom. But it's a really nice panel. It's all steel cut, everything's perfect. It's got a nice overlay. Compared to the VLX Thick, the art is a little bit lighter, but it's okay. It still looks really nice, and it's got the nice Vewlix logo over there, and it has the nice Taito logo over here in this corner. And it is an overlay, so you can see it's not 100% perfect like a real one, but it's 95% there, and it's perfect for what I wanted to use it with. So that will pretty much do it for this episode, guys. But we got our Heartcade product in there, and again, I would 100% recommend it if you don't want to cut into your Vewlix. It's a really cool little product, super cheap thing you can add to it, and it just expands it. So if you're running a PC, if you're running a PlayStation or an Xbox or whatever you got going in there, easy way to add your home button, your share button, your touchpad. Games like the Street Fighter 30th collection that has like Super Turbo, things like that, I don't know why they did this, but the start button isn't start. You have to press the touchpad in order to start the game. I don't know why they did that. It's really bizarre. Some of the vertical shooters like Destiny have features where you press the touchpad and it starts to level over if you're training. So there's reasons to have it, but the Street Fighter thing is just kind of bizarre to me. But that's gonna do it for this episode, guys. I do want to let you know that our last piece that we needed to finish the Vewlix, or the Megalo control panel, literally just came in as I was filming this. So we have that starting tomorrow. I'm actually gonna start cutting the last piece. We will start filming that, so the next video that I upload will be, hopefully, the completion of the Megalo control panel. As always, guys, make sure you like, subscribe, comment. We'll see you guys next time.